good evening, namaste. This is Mimi again in our mini series on sleep. So I think this is part three. We talked about sleep and all its benefits and how imperative it is for our well-being and sleep deprivation can cause all kinds of medical issues and problems. So I posed the question, what do you do to get prepared for a good night's rest? And some of you gave some great responses, and you can go back on the post. They were pretty cool responses, and I've already implemented a couple of them. Thanks, Janet. Um, but if you notice, my lighting is a little bit dimmer because one of the greatest things that we have already built into our biology, because we're part of this universe, is the best sleep medicine, darkness itself, the night. In our modern world, we don't really honor that. We don't honor our own biology. We continue to gaze out into the world through our artificial light on our computers and our phones and TVs, and that inhibits our perception of time and space, and it also can wreak havoc on our melatonin production, the hormone that regulates our sleep-wake cycle. So it's mind-boggling because we continue to fight out what would otherwise be our natural way. The rest of the world begins to cool down and wind down as night begins to appear. But not us. Our species is definitely darkness deprived. We refuse to go into the dark at night. And by not doing that, we're deficient in our ability to be in the dark. And of course, the dark is everything in terms of going to sleep. So I would like to challenge us to maybe consider doing some things that will allow us to better go into that natural circadian rhythm that we have. So some things that we can do is, like I have here, I have I get away from the white and the blue lighting from computers and switch over to more reds and oranges of the spectrum, something like a campfire. And if you've ever been around a campfire, it's very relaxing. So we begin to relax as the night comes in. Another thing we can do is maybe set up dimmers, lower the lights, that sort of thing. The time before we actually get into bed is also very therapeutic and very restful. So don't just, turn off the computer and go to sleep. Make it a ritual. That's what I'm talking about here. And more importantly, because I know myself, 3 weeks ago, I was, going to sleep, and it wasn't perfect. Nothing's perfect. But I was going to sleep and waking up pretty much at the same time. And since all of this happened and we're on lockdown, now things are going to start. Initially we were like, okay, but if we allow ourselves to come out of, if we have a good sleeping routine and cycle, we might, throw that out the window because we have no place to go in the morning. So we stay up. It's like, I was going to say like a party, but it's definitely not a party. Definitely not a vacation. I mean, I think we've been at this for about 2-3 weeks now, and it's definitely not the kind of vacations that any of us would want to have, right? Time off, but not our kind of time off. But in any case, so consider doing those things. Maybe start off with dimmers. Give yourself the opportunity. Give yourself the opportunity. You know, we're made of this universe. So if we allow for our sun to fade into the night, maybe our inner night sky with all its beautiful stars will illuminate within us as well and take us into a beautiful, very vast sleep. We have sleeping cycles, right? Something else to talk about at another time, but it's very vast. Our sleep is not just sleep. We go through stages, and each of those stages is super important, but we could talk about that next time. For now, think about red and orange lighting. Think about turning off the computers and the TVs, and, you know, wind down. Enjoy the rest as the rest before the sleep. All right, you guys, so nice to come back, and I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're sleeping well, and I hope you're living with as much ease as possible. Okay. Namaste and good night.